YouTube video is also live. I'm sharing the link to the YouTube video in the chats. So anyone who is missing any part, they can go back to the video and watch it. Yes, sir. The video link has been posted in the chat. So yes, we can start, sir. Your voice is clear, so you can continue.
We interact with industry, and we are standing as a bridge. This organization is standing as a bridge between the industry and the academia, right? There is a lot of gap between that one, so we are here to help you guys. And uh, so I would like to give some now the time first to our guest, Mr. Manohar, to speak few things, a few insights about the industry which he has been traveling through many years, as I 2 decades. Mr. Manohar, it's your turn now. We welcome you. You're muted, I think. Mr. Manohar, you're muted.
So please unmute yourself.
Is that okay now? Audible?
Yeah, you're audible, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, good evening, all, and thank you very much, Ratnam sir and Shrikant sir, for giving me this opportunity. And good evening, all students. I think we are not new. We have already covered, trained a few students, internships. We have helped to complete internships in our colleges also. I don't think we are new, but let me introduce again as many students will be there who are joining newly. I think so. My name is Manohar Kali, and uh, I'm a mechanical engineer, basically, and I have experience around 20 years of experience in automotive industry, designing industry. So hope you all are aware of designing industry. What exactly is the designing industry? And we, I worked with different companies like Tata Motors and Johnson Controls, which is Tata Motors, which is our OEM, Indian OEM, and also worked with Johnson Controls, which is automotive giant related to US company. Okay, and also Mercedes-Benz in Bangalore. Okay, so so what we are doing, we after we have got a lot of experience in India and abroad, and so we started our own startup also, like Agri Engineering Services, and uh, we, in collaboration with Ratnam Sir's organization, we are working, and we are training. We are helping the students to bridge the gap actually. So the students, uh, freshly who are coming out of the college, so definitely we need to help them to get the jobs. Okay, they don't know what there is a lot of difference what is taught in the college and what is required in the industry. So as we have experience, vast experience in the industry, industrial experience, so we are trying them, we are trying to help the students to get this knowledge. So in that process, we already completed a few internships and trainings. Okay, we are also covering long-term courses, which will help you to become a basic design engineer. Okay, so that you can be quickly absorbed into the industry, which is a great opportunity for the freshers. Okay, so so what exactly is the designing industry? So I'm basically from automotive background, and I worked on many projects like uh, high-end projects like Mercedes-Benz and Ford, okay, Honda. So I was in Japan for supporting Honda, and also I was in Germany for a few years for supporting Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so what does it mean? So this or this field also will help you to not only work in India but also in abroad. Okay, you'll be exposed. You'll have very good exposure of abroad also, where technically very good countries. These are Japan or Germany or US. No, these are technically we can say advanced countries. So you can have an opportunity to work with them also, so you can interact with them, right? So not only in India but with the uh, people in abroad also, other countries also, you can have interaction with them also. Okay, why it is very important? So let me tell you, because we have in industry in mechanical, if you say mechanical engineering, we have different fields in the mechanical engineering. So if you want to sit uh, like a software engineer inside the office and work, okay, so of course you cannot always work inside the office. You have to design something on the software, and then you have to uh, go and see what you have designed is properly manufactured or not, right? So in that case, you have to go and visit some plants also. Maybe a plant can be in your area or in other cities or in other countries. So you'll be traveling also. Okay, you'll have all these opportunities from where you can learn a lot. Okay, so what exactly is the designing field? So you are going to learn few softwares in this, like CATIA or SolidWorks or Unigraphics. And these are the designing softwares, mechanical designing softwares. If you go for analysis, you have ANSYS. Okay, so what you have designed should be analyzed also. Okay, and so these are the softwares which will help you to analyze for the analysis. Okay. So what we are covering and uh, how it is going to help you. So what basically companies are looking for the students which are uh, basically freshers, okay, and they should know what is uh, minimum required in the company, okay, to work in the company. So if you join a company, usually my experience is if you join a company, it will take at least 1 to 2 years to understand, just to understand the process and what exactly is going on in the company. Okay. But if you're already trained, if you're freshly out of the college and already you are trained, you know what is designing, what is strength of materials. Okay. That's a subject in your mechanical engineering. So that's not a big problem for you, I think. But how it should be applied, okay, and what is a software, and how we have to apply it, okay. Just learning is nothing, okay. Anyone can learn the software, but how it should be applied, and how to work on on the projects, and what kind of projects are available in the industry, okay, how to understand, and how to deal with the customers, okay, and how what are the phases of the programs, okay. So for example, if you are designing some product, okay, then there will be different phases. You need to understand what are the phases. For example, phase zero, from phase zero to phase five, okay. So what all things are going on in these phases, okay. So how a design engineer should uh, support these phases, okay, and what are the departments that we are going to interact with them also, okay. So there will be, if you join a company, there will be different departments like plastic departments, okay. If you are a plastic expert, then you will be working with the plastic department. If you are metals department, okay, metals expert, you will be working with the metals, okay. So you have how to interact with them, what are the things, and what is the process. So all these things will be trained, okay, and so you will be ready for ready-made engineer, we can say. So your ready product, when you attend an interview, so definitely companies are going to observe you immediately, compared with the person who doesn't know anything about the designing and the process. Definitely company is going to prefer you immediately. So in this way we are helping students, and we are training them softwares, and not only training but live projects. We are helping them to work on live projects, okay, hands-on experience, okay, we call it hands-on experience, and that's very important, okay. And so all in all these areas you will be strong, okay. We will help you and guide you, and we'll share our experience uh, to make you a strong engineer, design engineer, okay, a fresh design engineer, okay. So what are the opportunities? How is the opportunity for if you check in the internet, you'll find a lot of jobs for freshers for on CATIA V5 or this designing or analysis. You have a lot of jobs in the industry, okay, and they are not finding, means there are no, sometimes companies don't find right persons, okay. So because you cannot get this knowledge wherever you want, only experts can tell you, because we work, and so we can share our knowledge and we can help you, okay. Okay, so what are the companies that are available in the industry, and how uh, we need to approach them? Okay, that also we will guide you. Okay, so so companies, if you see companies, there are TCS, Wipro, Infosys. Okay, all the software companies, we have a mechanical divisions in that. Okay, for example, Infosys, we have in Mysore, we have a mechanical division where all design engineers sit and work. Okay, so like that, we have in different in every company, even in TCS, we have a mechanical division. So nothing to worry about the opportunities. We have a lot of opportunities for mechanical engineers, design engineers, especially. Okay, and coming to these are the service-oriented companies. We can say if you say OEMs or original equipment manufacturers. Okay, so Indian OEMs like Maruti, we have Tata Motors, we have okay, and Mahindra and Mahindra, we have okay, Ashok Leyland, we have. Coming to the foreign, other countries, cars, Ford, uh, and Bench, Mercedes Bench, and there are so many. Okay, you know, so there are so many opportunities in these companies. Okay, and you can go through even in internet. You can just have a look. And, how many opportunities are available in the industry, and for that to grab that opportunity, we are here to support you and help you. Uh, we can share our experience, okay, and we can make you technically strong. And not only this, the other requirements which are needed for that position, we are going to train you. Okay, we have short-term courses, long-term courses, and also we are helping your. We already help your friends to complete internships. Okay, and so many things you can learn, and you can settle down very soon in your career. Okay, so that's all about automotive designing field. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. So, do you have any questions, students?
Yes. So anyone who is having any question can put the question, type the question in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and start asking to sir. So he will take up the question one by one and try to clear as many questions as possible. So meanwhile, sir, I'd like to have a small chat with you. I keep training the students with different software. I myself have cleared around 6 to 7 certifications from different softwares. And I feel the main problem which comes, the main challenge that I face is about the thing that you told about. I mean, I don't know what kind of projects students will get in the industry. Even though I have practiced a lot of different material, and even the institutes, they teach from the student point of view, they cover each and every command in detail. So the students, even though they know every command that is present in the software, they don't know how to apply that command to complete a
Exactly.
particular project. So I think
Right,
that's
right.
where that is a big gap that you can fill in, and that's probably where internships is supposed to help the
Right,
students.
right. Yeah, you're exactly. So that is the thing, actually. So there are so many institutes, okay, where you can get trainings on these softwares, but that is the difference, okay? Just learning a software is different,
Yeah,
and for mechanical engineers, it's very important to have this subject, okay,
yeah,
and they should understand how to apply it. Actually, it's not just uh, so you can call them like draftsmen,
yeah,
draftsmen.
draftsman.
They
Yeah,
just look at the drawing and they just copy it. Okay,
yeah,
it's not just copying. Okay, they look at the 3D model and just they do it.
yeah,
Okay, it's not just 3D model or just drafting. Okay, beyond those things, there are so many things which are related to designing. Okay, there are so many aspects we need to consider. Okay, so to complete a product. So those things will be trained.
yeah.
Those things are important.
So we got our first question, sir. Mr. Faisal is asking a question. Sir, can you explain about the jobs offered after doing the MEP course? MEP is for plumbing, I think.
For plumbing,
MEP, sir.
Yeah, that question I can answer if
Yeah, sir is
it's
correct.
okay with you. Yeah. So now actually, uh, there are many fields for a mechanical engineer to enter into the industry. For example, as now Manohar sir is telling regarding that design, product design. design of an equipment or a product, okay, using CAD models or CATIA, okay, or analysis kind of stuff. That is a one kind of stuff, one area. Whereas other areas like EPC, like engineering, procurement, and contracts, like companies like GMR, companies like Shapoorji Pallonji or L&T. Okay, these are kinds of companies which are working on EPC model, right? Engineering, they do engineering, they do the procurement, they do the construction, or maybe the project construction that they do. Okay, and other areas are like oil and gas, right? Petrochemical industries, where you work on piping, where you work on pressure vessels. Okay, these kinds of one industry. Another industry is marine industry, like shipping, because that is an area where a lot of mechanical engineers come into picture. Shipping industries, right? Like that, there are purely manufacturing sector, like where small MSME companies, a small say a small medium and kind of companies, they do the manufacturing using lathe or CNC, these things. So there are various areas, various dimensions where a mechanical engineer can go and take up a job. But the thing here is, now the question you asked is regarding the HVAC, that is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning things, right? So it is a different field. That is related to the buildings. Are any now you see the big buildings, software buildings. You say Accenture and maybe ICSA building or any other buildings. You see, every building is air conditioned, right? Okay, so there is a tremendous need of air conditioning engineers to design as well as to maintain the air conditioning systems. Maintaining itself is a big deal because 30% of your say the cost of running cost of a building, right, is just MEP, like mechanical, electrical, and plumbing items. When it comes to this one, this is HVAC, firefighting, all these things comes into picture. So it is an industry which stay forever, right? Now the thing is that now what we are projecting over here is not just for one industry. We are projecting here various options available for a mechanical engineer. It's up to you. You go and explore, right? You explore yourself, a marine industry. You go for a training for like a 1 week or maybe 1 month, whatever, and go for a product design. Okay, explore itself, and then MEP, okay, like HVAC, firefighting, okay, and then an EPC, right? Or then manufacturing, oil and gas, where piping, where the pressure vessels, all these things comes. Okay, you have to explore it, and then you can find a job, which because you have to find your passionate area. Maybe I may be passionate in doing the analysis. I'm not interested in doing some kind of procurement jobs. Okay, or I may be interested in properly some kind of design only, like using CAD models, something like that. That could be my passion. So we need to find it out, what is your passion, right? So MVP has a lot of jobs, not only India, even in countries like Saudi. Those are countries which are completely every building is you say air conditioned. A lot of job opportunities are there, but the thing is that people are looking, the companies are looking for the right persons to choose. And there is a statement from like Naukri and all. They do some surveys, and what that is, what they're telling, companies are looking for a candidate who already been trained. Getting a trained person is very difficult. There are jobs, there are candidates, but there are no candidates which are trained, who are trained. That is actually the problem. So what we are giving here in this internship program, what we are designed, we are trying to give you the insights of particular industry, say product development, as Mr. Manohar has explained you what are the stages and all. There are many stages in just no not it's not just knowing a CATIA, it's not knowing in a drafting, it is knowing how to apply the principle in industrial environment. That's all about the game. There are some standards, there are some practices, all these things you have to get idea. So now in this session what we are planning is, of course, the KTR and product development is a one area we are offering, and another area is we are offering the HVAC sector, where you will be exposed to the sites of air conditioning sites. Okay, you will be exposed and you will be known what kind of practices you can they're doing, and so that maybe maybe at one point of time, if you know the practices, if you know the system, how it's working, you yourself can take up some kind of contracts for a big buildings to maintain this HVAC systems as an entrepreneur. Okay, these are the opportunities, right? And there are also opportunities for like a marine sector. I told you, marine sector has a lot of mechanical works going on. Probably, if you are exposed to that one, you may take up a job, or maybe you may take up an entrepreneurial journey with that industry one. If you know actually, if you never expose it to a ship, you don't know how big it is. It's just like a line or like a block. But if you really go and see, it's a threefold. It's a huge thing, right? I surprised when I see first time. Okay, like that, like MSME sectors. If you go and if you work there, if you see the late mission, if you see the CNC mission how it's working, probably next after 1 2 years, you yourself can buy a CNC mission and can do your own entrepreneurial journey. That is the kind of opportunities. So we are here. We have a vast experience, and fortunate thing is that we have interest with the students. That's the only thing which is driving us like this kind of sessions. Okay, here we are to help you in that sense. I think I have given elaborate answer. I don't know whether I answered you or not. Please check. And
So I think he is telling yes, sir. So hopefully that question has been answered. So if anyone else is having any other doubts, you can just put it there in the comments, or you could just unmute yourself and start speaking out. We'll try to. Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm Rajnikant, Associate Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, CMR Technical Campus. Just now I've seen this webinar, and it's very helpful to the students. And sir, actually, what I want to say is, basically the students, first of all, are unable to understand what is actually meaning of the internship. Because they just actually, as in the curriculum, they feel that it is mandatory. They feel that the internship has to be done, like that's all. But they're in fact, actually, they are not aware what is the use of internship and how actually what are the basic required for the internship also. So in what I want to is, can you please give some insights to the students that how exactly the internships are useful in their development?
yes, sir. I mean, it's very great to have you on board, Rajnikant sir. Thanks for the, the participation. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll try to give something, and then later Mr. Srikanth or Mr. Manohar can add few things. See, in mechanical engineering or in a BTech, what we are learning is a concept. We learn a concept. For example, take HVAC. We learn a concept how the HVAC or AC or maybe refrigeration cycle works, a Rankine cycle works. But actually, industry, what is doing industry? What we are learning is probably 2 decades earlier subject what we are learning. But industry is well ahead of that. Industry is working on various new technologies, right? And
Yes, sir.
knowing just the concept. See, simple example I'll say, I will teach you, okay, say 1 month how to drive a car, okay, on a simulator or maybe on a screen, right? Online. You take a gear, first gear, and then second gear, right turn, left turn, clutch and all, gear and all. But after 1 month training, if I give you a car to you, could you able to run?
Difficult. It's
Difficult.
difficult.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. The hands-on experience, and then sitting on that and then working out. That's actually the important thing, right? How much great technology? Maybe I'm talking about ABS system, how a braking system works in that, all this blah blah blah. But real, if I give a car and keys to you, and then it's a big, I don't.
Yeah.
It could be disastrous things even,
Yeah.
right? Suppose if I give a, yeah, if I give a Benz car to you, if I give a Formula One car to you, how much? So the thing is that
It's difficult, sir.
yeah, so companies also investing lot of money on equipments and lot of money on process and all, and they can't simply absorb a person with just a textual or a conceptual knowledge.
Yeah.
He must have
Practical.
he must have some
knowledge.
practical exposure towards that equipment, how it works, how it. So that is the point where this internships comes into picture. This is the reason even the AICTE or UGC, they are introducing these kind of courses. It's not actually just for the marks. In fact, it is a bridging. It is a orientation towards industry. It is the course which you will be matured to be an engineer from a student actually,
I'd like to
right?
add one point from the academic side, sir. The old way of education system was teacher oriented, wherein whatever teacher used to teach in the class was given a lot of importance. But over the years, the system is slowly changing to outcome based education system. So what the teacher teaches is no longer important, but what the students are able to grasp and how much they are able to convert it into practical reality, that's what actually matters. So I think almost all the colleges are slowly moving towards that goal itself. They want outcome-based education system, and the students coming out of this education system should have practical, management skills, which cannot be taught within the four walls of the blackboard and all. Even with simulations and other stuff, it's not possible to teach. So they'll have to go in the industrial working environments, and probably that's that's the best way to learn all these things. So yeah,
Yes,
so
sir. Actually, what you said is right, Srikanth, sir. The thing is, right now there is a lot of gap between the institute and industry. Actually,
mm,
we are keep on teaching the old curriculum as you said. You
yes, sir.
see, but nowadays we are going to see the importance of artificial intelligence and other coming into the even mechanical industry also, like Industry 4.0.
Yeah, yeah,
But still we are for the same thing. That's the reason many students are having the same insight that still they are what actually to do learn after doing the BTech, and still so many are in dilemma.
yeah. That's there.
Yeah,
So I
so we
think
have to
that's the
some
gap which
important.
we are trying to fill using this
Yes.
internship
Yeah, yes, sir.
programs.
So that is better,
Yes, sir.
better
Yes.
choice.
So Muhammad Yavar has asked another question. Sir, do you provide any courses or internship in AI, artificial intelligence?
Yeah. This let me answer this. This our organization is, I told you, it's a non-profit organization. It's called VAST, Voluntary Action for Socio-Economic Transformation. We are, of course, yeah. We last year we do plan for actually this data science and artificial intelligence classes, but unfortunately, students didn't turn up. Why? Because first having the idea. See, just again the same thing happens. You know the data analytics, you know the Python language, or maybe you do the R or stat. Okay, you're supposed to know where you have to apply this. Where you have to apply this.
Yeah,
Everybody's
the
talking about
basic
data science.
subject
Yes,
knowledge should be there first.
yes. Data science has a great. I mean, it's a great importance and the need, and a lot of jobs are there. But you're supposed to know where you have to apply this one. And I think I am very sure about this. A mechanical engineer can do a better data analytics than a computer science engineer, because a mechanical engineer having a lot of logic in his mind. The logic developed for a mechanical engineer, because he's thinking about a lot of things, starting from a four-bar mechanism to what I say,
Yeah.
a lot of mechanism, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
the logical thinking. So we are the better. If we take a car, like that chair of AI will be the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
basically,
very soon we are going to introduce that course too.
yeah.
But that's a different kind of module we'll be offering, definitely. Yes.
Okay. So is there any other question? Please feel free to put them in the comment section, or if you feel comfortable, you can unmute yourself and start asking the question directly. We are here to solve all the doubts and or clarify all the misconceptions that you might be having about this internship program. I found that many students were just looking for getting a certificate from somewhere and presenting it for the sake of marks. But this is not going to help us. Maybe for the short run, it may satisfy the authorities in the college and maybe help you get a certificate in your hand. But this certificate will not carry a lot of value unless it shows up in your practical skills. So feel free to ask any question. Please put them in the comment section or unmute yourself and you can ask. We have another comment here from V Talks. Hello, sir. Is data science a good for mechanical? Yeah, definitely it is very good for mechanical. Even I myself keep using Google Sheets and Excel sheets for attendance analysis and all. And I know many industrial people are also using MS Excel and Google Sheets for doing a lot of analysis. I think sir can tell more to you about this. Sir, over to you.
Yeah. Recently, I moved. I give my journey how I'm doing. Like no, I've been almost there in like a 10 years in an industry, which works $1 billion industry, L&T, a conglomerate, and then move to now management side. Right. What I'm seeing is the when it comes to the top level management, starting from the middle level to the top level, they play with the data. They don't sit and then they don't work on simply on CAD models and all. When it comes to the middle level and above level, they talk about data analytics. They talk about because they have a lot of data and they want to fight with the data and come up with a good solution, right? So yes, definitely it is required when you are growing in the field, like in the corporate ladder, when you're going in the management level. Okay, so at the time of middle level management, definitely you require this data analytics, the skill, right? So but for getting a job, you of course you can choose a data analytics job, that is also is fine. You can do MS data analytics and all, then you can shift into that one. But everybody need not to go into that range. You can work for say for in a mechanical industry for 4 years and 4 years, and then you can go for a business management course, MBA, something like that, which teach in wherein the data analytics will be taught, right? That gives an edge because currently I'm working with ISB, Indian School of Business. I'm seeing the students are coming with 4 years, 5 years, 10 years of experience. Okay, they're coming in a core domain. Okay, and they are now learning this business analytics and all, and they're getting very good packages starting from 40 lakhs to 1 crore and all. So while you're growing in in the experience and in the from bottom level to the middle level and to the top level, you require data analytics. That is my thing. But to get a job first, you have to be get good at least one area. You are a mechanical engineer. Be good at one area first and prove that yes, I am good.
Yeah,
I'm good
master
at
of it.
CAD, or I'm master in some HVAC, or I'm master in say no manufacturing, something like that. That gives a kind of
A
what I say.
starting point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's
So we have some more questions. I think students are more interested in going to the software side. So there's a question: is full stack developer better or data science or data analytics as mechanical?
repeat the question.
Is full stack developer better? I think full stack development, is it better or data science is better or data analytics is better?
No,
I think
guys,
data science and data analytics, I think both are the same. So basically, he's asking full stack developer and data science. Which one is better?
I think I mean you guys are going too much deep into that data.
Yeah.
I told you it's playing with the data. You take anything, you take deep learning, machine learning, what the name you do it. It is all about the playing with the data.
So
You
first we should
fight with
know
the
what
data.
data we have. Then we can
Yes.
go ahead and analyze it. Is what sir is trying to tell.
One more point I want to say: if you really wanted to be a good data scientist or a good data analytics, learn statistics first. If you know how to play with the statistics, it's cakewalk for you.
Okay. Another question here. I want to know, sir, which course can a student go for if his maths is not that strong? Maths has been a center point of many students actually. We know because we see that many students come and write the backlog examinations, and lots of students actually write for mathematics. So, any suggestions, sir?
I do have when I'm doing my BTech, I have my M2 for no backlog. It's not a matter of that one, right? See,
Yeah,
somebody is going deeply into the, for example, say CFD analysis or maybe the analysis side, right? They require definitely a more mathematical, no
yeah,
formulation and all. Otherwise, like simple mathematics will work out. It's all about the when it comes to the job, or when you are when you're coming to the next level in the corporate ladder, you require more common sense and intelligence, not just a great computational is not required. Okay, but you want to suppose go into the R&D sector, you want to go and work for ISRO, or want to work for general ethics, that kind of companies, then you require some kind of computational skills. For example, designing up a turbine requires a lot of differential equations and all, right? Those are the things where areas where you require the mathematics. Otherwise, a simple math would work. At this point, I would like to, Sir Srikanth sir, I think
Yeah, Sandeep sir has joined, sir. Welcome, sir.
Please introduce. Yeah.
Would you like to introduce him, sir?
Yeah, I would like to introduce. Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm very much privileged again to introduce our one of the our another guest for today's evening, Mr. Lieutenant Commander Samuel Sandeep Rapaka. He is a general manager of Power Tech. He worked for Indian Navy as a commissioned engineer for almost I think 20 years, and then now he came out and he is heading a big company. Right? He is with us, fortunately, to give his insights and to give his talk or maybe his insights about the industry. I welcome you, Sandeep sir, to give some talk on to insights for the students.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. You are clear.
Yeah, good evening to one and all. Thanks for the opportunity. First of all, I'd like to thank Venkat sir and Srikanth sir also for inviting me to this program. So I'm very much privileged to meet all of you guys. You are young budding engineers and you have greater scope in the marketplace as well as in the business arena. First of all, I would, as Venkat sir has rightfully introduced me. I served in the Indian Navy in the rank of engineer officer for 10 years. My commission was short service commission. I did my engineering from Sri Venkateshwar University and then joined the Navy as an engineer officer and then served in the Navy. I retired as a lieutenant commander in the rank of lieutenant commander, which is equivalent to major in the army. Then I joined. I started my career in the civil side. Worked as a branch head of one of the companies which is serving the Navy itself in Visakhapatnam. And then on, I continued my service in another company, which I'm presently in, which is also into taking up different kind of works contracts inside the Navy itself. So actually, our company, which I'm working presently, is working with the Indian Navy, closely with the Indian Navy for the last 25 years. We actually do fabrication of piping systems for the nuclear submarine. Arihant, you might be knowing, which was indigenously developed by India, designed by DRDO. And in that Arihant, INS Arihant submarine, which is a nuclear powered submarine which India has developed on its own. We have done a major part of the piping in Arihant, almost all kinds of pipings, and we also installed major systems, and there are got eight compartments in it, Arihant. So in one compartment, we have done installation of most of the systems. So being in the Navy and all, I would like to encourage all you engineers, upcoming engineers, because you are fresh, you are into academics a lot, and you are just trying to come out of academics right now. And as soon as you pass out from our engineering, many will be having many dreams to get into this, that, and all. And most of you might be choosing IT sector as your career opportunity. But I would like to emphasize you, like most of you, I don't know from which branch you are from. I believe that you are from mechanical side. Mechanical, we used to, like when we did our engineering, we used to call mechanical engineers as evergreen engineers. I don't know whether the same norm is prevalent now. But
yeah, so every parent used to actually tell his kids that mechanical is evergreen. You go there, go there.
Yeah. So why it's evergreen is like IT now. People say that IT is evergreen because without mechanical, IT doesn't exist. Because if you present a trend in IT is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So artificial intelligence is nothing when machine learning doesn't exist. Okay, so you have to first learn machine learning, then only you can apply artificial intelligence on your machines. So that's how it works. Without machines, you do not require artificial intelligence.
Actually, a question has just now turned up in the comments, which is related to what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Shall we try to answer that?
Yeah.
So there is Mohammad Yaver. He's asking, can you do a brief comparison between robotics, AI, and design? Three fields.
See, artificial intelligence is something which what your computer does. It is something like you program a system and try to make it work like how you work, how you think, how you act. It is nothing but artificial intelligence. So you are artificially creating with your brain, using your brain, human brain. You are creating a system wherein it performs certain kinds of activities which you wanted to it to perform. So that is nothing but artificial intelligence.
Basically,
So
it replaces a human being in its thinking capacity.
exactly. So the back end, this is this is an imaginary thing. Artificial intelligence is an imaginary thing. So cannot see artificial intelligence. You can only feel that with the end result which it gives. Suppose you take a computer, okay. Inbuilt in the computer there is artificial intelligence. So when you click something, it performs an activity. You think when you click, you wanted it to do some activity. So when you click something, it performs that activity for you. So that is artificial intelligence, which is inbuilt in the system, and you cannot see it. Okay, you can only know that it is existing because you have asked something an item to do something which you wanted it to do, and it has done that for you. Okay, so that is nothing but artificial intelligence. Now the artificial intelligence you can able to see its form. Like if you now take a look at Apple app Siri, okay, or Google this thing.
Assistant.
So they interact with you. Assistants, they Google assistants, they interact with you. So now you will be able to hear them, okay, because they are interacting with you. So that is nothing but
So even I had this doubt since a long time. Even though we know machine learning and artificial intelligence, we talk about it a lot, but how far have these technologies been implemented in industry? Because you're from industry, you know a lot about how they are implemented and all. So a little bit about that, can you talk?
See, I am not much conversant with, because I somehow didn't get into software field. I learned .NET after completion of my BTech and all. I did some projects also, but I never had that interest and zeal to get into software IT firm. Okay, but anyhow, I have placed myself in my core domain only, in the mechanical. Then I got an opportunity in the Navy. So mostly I was in the Navy. But in the Navy, I got to see various technologies getting implemented from time to time. Because like the ship which I worked on two ships. One ship I worked is on an oil tanker which was built in Russia. It was modified to suit our naval requirement in India. So it was bought in somewhere in 20 years back, and then it was modified to suit our operations requirement and all. So in that it's a purely Russian built, Ukrainian built oil tanker. Okay, and all the systems in it are all Russian oriented systems. So most of the systems are semi electronic systems. Basically, more of mechanical systems. There was an integration of electronic system into it. But later on, after serving in that ship for quite some time, 3-4 years, then I moved on to I got an opportunity to commission a ship into the Navy. Commissioning in the ships, ships will be built by the shipyards, and those ships will be taken by the Navy. So I was the one, as a technical officer, I was the only one technical officer who was in charge of taking over that particular ship. It's a small ship, 50-meter length ship, at a 50 crore worth ship. I was the one who was signed for the commissioning. I was the commissioning technical officer on board the ship. So I had a crew of 16 members on board that particular ship, who are all technical. 12 of them are engineering sailors, and 4 of them are electrical sailors. So there I got an opportunity to interact with this kind of the so-called artificial intelligence which you're talking about. So in that particular ship, we have implemented a system called IPMS, Integrated Platform Management System, wherein this integrated platform management system interacts with each and every equipment which are fitted in the ship. So that's why it is called integrated platform management, because we have a main engine which runs the ship, which drives the ship.
Yeah.
So we have 2 main engines which are MTO, Motor and Turbine Union make, Germany make ships which are fitted, and they have they were been supplied with the control system to manage the engine. And I can sit in my cabin and I can just with a mouse click I can start the engine, I can stop the engine, I can control the engine, I can monitor the engine.
So more like Internet of Things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is only for engine. So for the navigational system, there are so many navigation equipment which are fitted on board ship. So those systems have their own set of control systems. Okay, and there are certain electrical systems which are fitted on the ships, which are mandatory to be fitted on the ship. They have their own control system. So all these systems are put into a single platform, which is called integrated platform management system, wherein a commanding officer who is in charge of a ship can just sit in his cabin and know what is happening in the engine, what is happening in the bridge. The topmost position where the ship is driven is called a bridge. So what people are doing, where all the communication and navigation equipments are fitted, and the weapon equipment are fitted and all along the ship, and there is one room, weapon control room is there. So what is happening in that room, and what all equipments are in force, what they're active or passive, or he can know everything, every information. He can sitting in his cabin with a screen, on a screen mode, he can know all. So that platform has created the reach to the individual wherever he wanted it to be. Okay, so I can sitting in my wherever if I'm doing my lunch in my, we call it a wardrobe in our naval ships. So when if I'm sitting in my wardrobe having lunch or doing some entertainment, I can know what is happening with all my engineering systems and all from there itself.
So let's take up some one more question from the comment section.
Just a second.
Yeah.
I'll just want to conclude because your question which you asked earlier was not complete. So
Yes,
this is artificial intelligence. So this is now taking its form, and we are able to see it. So that is how we interact with the machine. So machine learning is nothing but how you apply your artificial intelligence to make your machine obey to your orders, or to extract what machine is trying to do. Suppose if the engine is running. So when we are at sea, we run the engine 24/7. Okay, and we have teams operating the machines. So now what is happening? If you see merchant ships, they are huge ships, like 200 meters length ships. 1 furlong length ships are there, and close to around 50 to 60 meter or 70 meter width ships are there, and they can carry close to around 2 to 3 lakhs of crude oil in them. They are so heavy ships which run on water, manned by very few people. 14 to 15 people man them, and they don't man the engines, because this kind of system are prevalent. Now they have an artificial intelligence, and now people unmanned ships are also come.
Okay, completely.
Completely unmanned ships. Okay. They are controlled from a port station.
Autonomous.
Through artificial intelligence. Yes. So I'm talking about marine because I am more conversant with marine. So the technology is being developed. So artificial intelligence now has to know machine learning, because if you are conversant with artificial intelligence, if you do not know machine learning, so you'll not be able to do much with artificial intelligence, because you don't know where it. So robotics is again a completely different thing altogether, because it's taking form. Okay, machine learning and artificial intelligence taking form into something is called robotics.
Physical form.
Yeah, physical form is called robotics. Yeah. So this is basically an outlay of what you have asked and whatever I know. So maybe I might have cleared some people's doubt, or may not have cleared some people's doubt. Okay. I can take another question.
Okay.
Can I add something to this, sir?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I just have a question to students actually. That a guy, for example, there is a job in, I think everybody knows that in automobile sector is getting automation, and then robotics is coming into the picture into automobile sector or many other sectors, right? Even as sir saying that shipping industry also. Suppose there is a position, there is a job there, okay, which works with the automobile sector very closely. Now, I'm giving two candidates. One candidate is a mechanical engineer, which is having a very good mechanical concepts and having a data analytics or a machine learning kind of stuff. Another guy is a CSC guy, is having a CSC knowledge, computer science knowledge, and having a data analytical things. Whom do you think that they will select?
Yeah, definitely the one who is having mechanical engineering concepts plus data science, because he will know what the data is and how to analyze it. A CSC person would have to start from scratch, just to first learn what the data is.
Yes, because because see these guys, you see the all the industries you see, okay, lot of mechanical jobs are now being filled by the CSC guys, because our guys don't learn the things, that's all. We only stay there where mechanical. But if we have the mechanical concepts, very good mechanical concepts, and upon that one, if you have some kind of neural networks and maybe the artificial intelligence and all, if you learn something, I think you are the right candidate to be selected. Okay, guys. So don't just leave one thing and then go to other thing. Be built on what you are, and where the application is happening. If you learn that application, what are the things? Today is artificial intelligence, tomorrow maybe something else.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to learn that. Then that's the world is yours. The opportunities are yours. That's all about my point.
Yeah, I just want to add on to what Venkat sir has said. Basically, all mechanical engineers, well, as soon as you pass out, you will be only having academical knowledge, and you don't know where it's applied. So basically, mechanical subjects is all about application. So if you do not know application, you'll not be able to do much, because you are similar to any other guy. But like at the same level, if you take a computer science guy, he'll be more conversant with whatever he's up, because he'll be learning Java, he will be learning artificial intelligence and all. So subject wise, he'll be more conversant. That's why they have more opportunities in the market right now. But notwithstanding, mechanical engineers, because you have to be competent in the market, you have to start your career in the core field only, because once you pick up your things, like you have subject backing you up, and then you have 2-3 years, at least 2-3 years, core side knowledge, and then you get some knowledge, and then parallelly you pick up some soft skills, like IT skills. Then you will be the candidate. Like after 3-4 years, maybe the computer science guy passed out along with you might be doing settling as a software engineer 3 in position 2, 3, and 4. Okay, but you go directly as a product manager, or the key guy in the team leader or something like that. You can enter, because you'll be having a core knowledge about the machine learning, like whatever your machine is supposed to learn, or you can understand how a machine thinks. And then you also have IT knowledge, IT skills backing you up. So you'll be the guy in the market, which people are looking at. They'll be, your pay also will be very high. So don't get dejected as soon as you pass out, that I am not getting so much opportunities, or don't start your career. I recommend some, because I have seen a lot of my friends are there, and a lot of my juniors are there who have started their career, who just left mechanical aside and started their career in the IT field, and they're nowhere right now. Because what happens is, like, IT industry promotes only IT people, and you will be equally joining in IT companies, or with other branches. Mechanical branches will be joining equally with other branches, computer science and IT branches in the IT field. And then after 2-3 years, they'll get promoted and they'll go forward. But whereas mechanical guys get retained back, because see, their level of IT takeoffs and knowledge is very much higher than mechanical or any other branch people. So we'll not be able to take up that much. But saying so, if you have your cold field knowledge along in this time, if you acquire some IT skills and all, then in the market after 3-4 years, you will be the guy who will be excelling in the market. There people are looking for you in that area. So that is my suggestion for all you guys. Don't get worried. Whatever you have mechanical is evergreening, and it's evergreen, because without mechanical nothing exists. Okay,
World stops.
world stops.
I would like to add one point here.
Yes, sir.
So, as sir said, so here simply we can think one point: who is the competitor if you are in the mechanical field? So only mechanical engineers are your competitors. Okay. If you get into the software field, who are the competitors? Just think about that. Okay.
So we'll beat
Even
the
the
computers.
simple degree people can join, compete with you. Okay, even a simple BSc guy or MSc guy, they can learn software and they can get into this IT field. But into mechanical field, nobody else can get into this mechanical field. Only mechanical engineers, okay, can get into this field. So that's a big advantage if you are in the core field. Okay? So that if your platform is core, then nobody is going to touch you in your future. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.
I think that partly answers the next comment which one of the student had posted. So he's having a doubt since long that core industries, core mechanical industries, do they have same scope and increments in salaries as IT? I think sir has answered most part of that. Just I think we just have to compare with mechanical versus IT. If we compare the jobs, which one is going to pay more? That's what I think they are
See,
interested in.
that's what, yeah. As I've said earlier, see, in the short span of time, if you look at, see, when you get into, suppose after passing out from your academical, career, you get into a job career. So, as a mechanical engineer or any other compared to IT or computer science guy, you both get into a same job. Okay, you try to get into a mechanical job, and he gets into a IT job, a related job. But at the beginnings, yeah, obviously IT pays more. Okay, because they have that much of scope into the projects which they're dealing with, and because why it happens is, in the market, many people don't understand IT. So, see, all the business in the market, they don't understand IT. So they think that IT is something which is not in our scope. So that's why most of the IT jobs are offloaded to companies who have started as IT companies. So they try to encash, so that they get big huge money in that projects. But when they are hiring IT professionals, yeah, obviously they pay more, because they can, with less training, the IT professionals can get into the job, whereas other branches cannot get into the job with this thing. But whereas when a mechanical engineer passes out and joins in the mechanical core field, he might be not be getting even nothing, like compared to pushing maybe 10 times or 15 times lesser pay. But as I've said, in next 3 to 5 years, if you keep a target, and there are many industries, there are many core industries, because see, you will be when you pass out, you are academically strong. Okay, but you do not know the application part of it, of your whatever you have learned. So it's very important, like, to know, I have learned something, like I have learned about lathe, where I can apply my knowledge when I have learned about the lathe in the market field. So how I can be useful, like in the market, people think, like, if they take you, where I have to place you, and how much, then depending on the place where they place you, they bill you. It's in the market, it's called CTC, cost to company. Okay, when they hire people, it is cost to company, because IT, they get huge amounts of money, so they calculate that money, distribute the money among the people they wanted to hire. In the mechanical front also, okay, they also calculate a similar thing, but margins are very low. Okay, so because most of the people in the industry can understand mechanical, because it is that way which has worked. The world has worked that way till now. Now the IT has come freshly. But saying so, I'm not contradicting with the point with what Manohar sir has told, but I just want to say that mechanical engineer with a experience of 3 to 5 years plus IT skills will be earning much bigger than what an IT guy with a IT background with 5 years of experience.
Okay, so mechanical is basically a long-term goal. So you have to be a little patient at the beginning. Take your time in gaining experience, and once you are experienced enough, you'll be standing much taller than the IT people.
Exactly. Yeah, I can I remember of an example, like one of our friends in engineering. He is a very layman. You can talk, see, he's a very core Andhra guy, and he is not much conversant with the language. Also, language is also a barrier for him. And but he is also studies. Also, he's average. After passing out of our engineering, he got around 70% and all. And after passing out, he joined one company in Balanagar, I think, in a cylinder making company. He used to earn some around 8,000 rupees per month, and then he worked like that. 2 years he worked there, and after that he started learning, CAD, AutoCAD, CAD, Pro E, ATI, and all those things. And then he somehow joined Wipro. Okay, and through Wipro, he has seen the entire world. Now, because of his, like, that time he didn't even know, because the first assignment was he was sent to Germany, and then he was sent to Australia, then he was sent to Japan, then he was sent to some place in Europe. Okay, and then he finally was sent to USA. There he learned how to converse. He improved his language only technically. Okay, see, he doesn't know how to converse right until now. Now also he might not be knowing how to converse, but technically he knows how to do it. So he did it. Now he got an opportunity to serve permanently their organization in US. So he moved, he shifted, and he's earning pretty well. He's settled in US right now. Okay, at his part, now if I compare, okay, a guy who's in India, who is in IT field and all, or maybe in US, they are not equivalent to him. Okay, I can compare. My own friends are there in US. Okay, they are not equivalent to him. They are in core IT for this length of 20 years of time. So they cannot be equal, because he is now paid well. He is in a good position and all. He has seen the world and he has done well. So examples lies in front of us. We have to take it from them and then move ahead.
Right, sir. So I would like to add one thing here. So as I said, mechanical, we need to be in the mechanical first because that's our core. So we have SAP for mechanical also, right? So if it is a mechanical business related to mechanical engineering, then if you're learning SAP for mechanical, then you can understand how much you will be valued and how much you will be paid. And at the same time, we have data science for mechanical engineering also. Okay. So, to being a mechanical engineer, we also can get into the software field. First thing is we need to be strong in our basics or in our field,
Fundamentals.
and we'll be as sir said. Definitely, you'll be paid a lot. The guy started with 8,000 salary, and now he's paid a lot. Right? So those are the examples. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one more point I'd like to say, add here. Just compare China's economy, right? They are the manufacturers of the world. China is the manufacturers of the world. Whatever you name it, it will be manufactured there only. Okay. Now see, they're competing with the US or any other country. Okay, because they become such a strong as a country in manufacturing, the precision and the economy they're generating. It's a huge impact. They're now not less than USA. No, you understand the importance, but it took some years, right? But it happens. As a mechanical engineer, would take maybe early jobs maybe cost around 5,000, 10,000. No matter, just join there. For 3
Gain the
years, you
experience. Gain the
struggle there. No
experience.
issue. You become a tough man, and you'll be valued for that,
Yeah.
like a world wine, right?
Yeah, absolutely true. Very true.
Okay.
Let's.
Fine.
Good evening, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, myself Pranay, sir.
Yes, Pranay.
I have a doubt about internships. If we do other than core branches, we can do other domains like AI in robotics and IoTs, which are valid for which the certificates are valid for to submit in college or not, sir?
Okay, academically
No.
speaking, will the
Yes,
management
sir.
accept? Is what your question is, right?
When I was we have in third year 3 2, sir.
Mm-hmm.
About after 1 month we need to go to internships. When I consult the faculty has said we have to do the mechanical domain, other than we cannot accept the
Okay,
things
so
like that, they said,
I
sir.
think that depends from college to college. It depends on your faculty and your head of the department. So that is why they have kept the first step, wherein you have to take permission from the head of the department about which company you will be pursuing the internship in. So make sure that it is accepted by your HOD, or else maybe you will face problems in the college. Fine.
From which college you are?
If we have the
From which college you are?
CMRT, CMR Technical Campus.
CMA Technical. Mostly it say they won't accept because AICTs have a common guidelines for all the colleges. Okay, the guidelines is that whatever you learned for 3 years, that you have to apply in industry. That's all about the internship. See, I told you a car example, right? I taught you how to drive a car and a computer and all, and then after that I give a plane to you. What will you do? So
Yes,
I have
sir.
to give a car to drive, right?
Yes, sir.
This is not same thing. So you have to do in the core domain only. That's as per AICTE regulations.
No, internship, yeah, internship is right, very true, because they are very stringent norms, and that the one way it is better for you. But if you have some other, they don't do it as a part of internship. You do it on your own.
Yeah.
Nobody is stopping you, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Take it
I
up.
have
Do it on your
so
own.
many of a doubt about these things, sir. As we have many opportunities about not in mechanical domain only. We have artificial intelligence which are implemented for mechanical concepts like AI in cars or autonomous vehicles. These are in mechanical domain, but the college is not able to accept the because of the we have to do in only core domain so that the AICT and that all are accepted. They're saying like this, sir.
So one
If we go,
reason could be that for doing internship over there, 3 weeks are not sufficient. So that's where our next question comes up. Burgu Sai Vamshi is asking, sir, what is the good time to do proper internship? Right now we have only 3 weeks, and completing internship will be difficult in this time. Will it be enough?
Yeah, I can answer this question.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Please.
Can I break off, please? Because I have something else to do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. For
Thank you for giving
joining.
this opportunity. Bye, everyone.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
nice
sir.
having you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh, guys. Yes. Whatever. My answer is this one. Yes. Actually, 1 month is the internship period as per this one, right? So I think you have 3 weeks, no matter. So what we are planning from our end, that we will give you the exposure for 1 week or 15 days offline, and then cover the concepts online. Right. So it's not now because the pandemic and all, everything is actually the schedules, everything has been
Spread
disturbed.
online.
No?
Most of the people
Yeah.
are doing
So what we are doing now from our end, for example, you want to say go to HVAC, we give a 2 weeks training properly on that one. If you the 2 weeks you utilize properly, you go and learn what we are exposing. That's fine. And after coming back, we'll explain you the concepts and all. That'll be fine. And for a prototype model like CAD and CATIA and the seating system designs and all these kind of stuff, of course, it's online only. There's no matter you go for offline or online. But apart from that, we'll give you exposure to an industry. Offline, you can go for a watch of industry and come back. We'll help you in that. Even though you take a CATIA course or maybe CATIA or CAD model, we take you to an industry for a visit, and then we'll explain you something out there so that you'll get some exposure. Okay. Yeah. I think answered your question.
Yeah. So next we have 3 more questions. We'll do them, and they're already gone beyond the time that we had set. So after the 3 questions, we can stop here. Maybe if there is more response, the video link I have posted in the comments. You can always give us your queries or doubts in the comments. And if we find more comments like these coming up, we might conduct one more session later on. The next question here is, which extra certification courses will benefit mechanical engineering students? So this is asked by Sheikh Kaif.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a great question actually. I mean, I love this question. So for example, I want to work, say in HVAC sector. I love HVAC. Okay. Or I love firefighting. Okay, firefighting industry. Then there are certifications for each industry. Okay, so I love project management. I do the PMP certification. I love quality. Okay, I love safety. I do NEBOSH certification. I love, for example, EPC sector, engineering procurement contract sector, like L&T or say, or maybe GMR kind of works. Those kind of companies require mechanical engineers. There, if I want to join there, I do the project management certification, which is PMI is giving that one. So it's based on the industry, right? Suppose you want to do in a product development like KT and all, there are certifications for that. Okay, so it's based on your area of interest. In that you have to build up. For every area there are certifications.
Yeah, so
we'll help you in that. We'll guide you when you're joining us. Definitely, we'll help you. And if you don't join us, it don't matter. We'll help you in that sense. Yeah.
So proper counseling is definitely going to be a requirement. It will take you, a step closer to your success. And deciding which field you want to be working in the early stages of learning itself That I think is very crucial for this to happen properly. So Manohar sir, would you like to add something here?
When we said that, definitely certifications are there for every field. So as I said, if it is my field, definitely there are certifications related to standards, such as standards. For example, if you want to get into the field of metals, then you have certifications from metal designing area, okay, where you work on metal parts, okay.
Yeah.
So those certifications you have to do certification courses, or if it is a plastic area, if you want to work on, then there are certifications related to plastic material. Okay. So these are, and also ISO standards. So we need to understand. So we have different standards for in those areas. So uh, in that way, we have different certifications, and based on the subject and in which field you want to get into. Based on that, certificate definitely, as Rangeshwar said, we can guide you. Even if you don't join this, that's not a big issue. We definitely help you to get these things. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so our next student, he's concerned whether mechanical stream is going to be removed. We are getting this information from many colleges that many colleges are reducing the number of seats in mechanical or completely removing the department. That is because of the low admissions, I think, and it has nothing to do with how industry is progressing. Industries will definitely always require mechanical engineers. So, do you like to add in something here?
Yeah, that's right point, sir. Don't worry about guys. Then let them remove. No matter you already joined. So what's the matter to you? Okay. So now our matter is that how to grow into that no C field. Don't regret that you have joined. Enjoy it. Because I'm telling you, 3 years you give it to us. I'm challenging you. If you give 3 years very sincerely to us or to the core field, along with that we'll guide you what to learn to go to the next level. Okay, so if you are ready to work hard, 3 answers you have to have. If I say, somebody say that for any work you have to get ready in the core field, any job you given, you say yes. Anywhere, say yes. Okay, any amount, yes. 3 years, be ready with these things, guys. If you know how to sustain this, you say you have to go to Andaman, I say yes, I'll go. You have to clean this one as a mechanic, I clean it. Okay, I'll give you only 5 rupees, like 5,000. Yes, I can say yes. Guys, the learning you learn is a tough learnings, will never be underestimated. It will be valued very high at the later end.
No amount of hard work ever goes waste. What sir
Yeah,
is trying to
because
tell.
guys are not having, not you see the market, guys are not having this core knowledge. The guy sits at the top in the industry need to have this knowledge. If you have 3 years of your core knowledge, and then I will tell you what to do to enter into the higher level. A lot there are then.
So we
People
will
are
we
just
will provide all kinds of counseling at every level. You can stay in touch with us, and we
yes.
will provide you all the counseling, all the guidance needed.
I would like to add something here. So the question was like the engineering, mechanical engineering admissions are getting reduced. That was the question. Am I right?
Now the question was the mechanical stream is getting reduced. Even you can see in the industry also thermal engines are being reduced. The use of thermal engines is being reduced, and we are going towards electric vehicles.
Okay.
So he's worried that mechanical after some time is going to be sidelined.
Just in the beginning of this program, we said our field is evergreen field, right?
Yes.
Mechanical engineering. Okay. So how it is possible? No way, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, maybe some colleges they may not have proper facility for that. They need labs, right?
Yeah,
For
labs will be very very.
engineering and mechanical engineering, they need labs. Maybe they don't have proper labs. Maybe that's the reason they are reducing it, or they are planning to remove it from their college. Maybe they cannot afford it. Maybe that may be the reason. Okay. So if mechanical engineers are not there in this world, then what's going to happen to this world? Okay, there are so many new things are coming up. Okay, so who is going to design them, or who is going to work for
It's going to
these
be
things?
difficult, sir.
Think
It's
about
going to
these
be difficult.
products. Who's going to maintain those trains or flights or buses? So all these are mechanical. No way, nothing is going to happen to this mechanical engineer or any field. But maybe particularly for a few colleges, if it is happening, that's their internal problem. Okay, maybe. So hope you got this point. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I believe that mechanical stream will transform itself, upgrade itself for all the changing
Exactly. Exactly.
trends, and it will always remain in need. Uh,
Right.
so there is a last question, sir. Uh,
Yeah.
so we have talked about the internships, and students will have a limited amount of funds available to them. So is interested in knowing what is the fee structure for internships that they are doing, that they will get to do with us.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is an interesting question for everybody at the end of the day.
Yeah, end of the day, it all
Yeah.
comes.
Don't worry, guys. I mean, don't worry about the fee much. The VAST is a non-profit organization. We are here to, out of interest and out of we have some intuitivity to work with the student. That's our interest. So don't bother about much about the money. But of course, there are logistics, right? I have, for example, I'm calling now. I'm conducting this meeting. I need to buy some, a licensed version of Zoom, right? So this kind of something. Right? So logistics will be there. For that, we're charging. It depends upon the particular code. So something offline or something online. Sometimes it could be from 3 to 10,000. It depends from 3,000 to 10,000. That's the bandwidth for various kind of modules, right? Yeah. If you have really if you have don't much money and you still want to do, even sometimes we can offer with much concession also. That's not a big deal. But we want to have a serious candidate. What will you get at 3,000? I don't know. Nothing will get nowadays. If you go with a friend for one dinner party, it'll be over. Okay, but so it's not a big deal for you.
Getting quality education and quality skills is very difficult nowadays.
The orientation that we are giving here is more important. How you can orient yourself, how you can get ahead into the industry and all, that's priceless, I think. Okay, just for logistics purpose only, we have some logistics because it's a self sustainable organization. We depend on our own funds. We don't depend on any other thing. So that's the reason we collect few registration fees. It's not more than that. Yeah.
I think that answers the last question. Is there any other question which you would like to ask? You can unmute yourself and ask. And we will close down in 5 minutes unless any other question comes in. So would you like to give a vote of thanks and conclude this?
Yeah, if there is no question, then you want me to do, sir?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, fine, fine. Yeah. Thank you once again. Yeah, guys. Then we'll come to an. I think another question popped up here. How would you be training, sir, online, offline? Yeah, it's a blend of those things. Some courses are there. Like you say, HVAC will train you on offline, and you say KTA programming or product development will train you on online. You just contact us after the meeting, either Srikanth sir or myself, and definitely we'll help you in that. Okay. So with this note, the duration also depends upon the course. We can plan as per your schedules. Don't worry about the schedule and all. We'll plan you as customized schedules. Don't worry. Okay. So with this note, I would like to thank each one of you for the participation. Especially, I would like to thank Manohar Garu and Sandeep Garu for their contribution. They are very busy people. They are in top, engineers, top working in a top positions in organizations. Still, they could able to spend some time with us, and it is priceless. We especially thank you so much, sir, for Manohar sir and Sandeep sir for your contribution, and it definitely it enhances the students community, that I believe. And and then to Srikanth sir, he has been my friend and very well soulmate for a long time, and thank you, sir, for organizing this thing. And he's expert in his domain, and he always help us in those areas. So we thank you, sir, so much for organizing this thing. and I think some faculty has joined. I'd like to extend. I think he left. I don't. I think I'd like to extend.
Rajnikant sir is here, sir. He's still here. Yeah.
Is there? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Rajnikant sir,
thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
so
Thank
much,
you.
sir, and would like to even
Yeah,
be in touch with you. And
sure, sir. Sure, definitely. It's a good information for even our for students also, sir.
yeah, it's great honor, sir, to have you on board, and
Actually,
definitely will be in touch.
we worked together for some time in Aurora College. That's how we
Wow,
got
wow.
to know each
Okay, thank you,
other.
nice.
Okay, okay, nice. Okay, with these notes, students, I say all the best. You can contact us back. Don't worry about the money or schedule and all. That will. It's not a big deal. If you really don't have the money, don't matter. We'll still give you the internships. Don't worry. Okay. So we would like to have a good students and good minds and good intentions. Right. With this note, I would like to thank once everybody, and over to Srikanth sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So for a long time, I have been thinking about starting a YouTube series, which will be streamed online in real time, wherein I was planning to invite either big educators like heads of the department or people who are professors, associate professors, or professionals from different companies, and more like continue doing the same kind of question answer sessions and information, kind of uh, not not necessarily formal, some informal conversations also, and hopefully this will be the first video in that series, and we'll continue to do more of these. I have a lot of my students placed in the companies, and those sir is with us. He'll get us in touch with more professionals, and hopefully we'll keep the momentum going for a long time. So with this, I'd like to again thank each and everyone who made this program a grand success. Manohar sir, Sandeep sir, Venkatratnam sir, Rajnikant sir, and all the dear students. You can always contact us with the YouTube link that I have provided in the comment section. You can always contact us with on our mobile phones. I'll share it with you if you just put us on the comments. So with this, we'll stop this session for today. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.